In this video series, I'm going to show you how you can keep all your email accounts synced between all your devices. Most people these days have multiple devices, such as a computer at home, maybe a tablet, and a cell phone. So keeping your email in sync is very important. For instance, if you use your computer to send an email, then you want to make sure that the same email is on each of your other devices. Now, with some email clients, they pull down the information off of your email server and delete it off the server, and it just ends up on your computer. This is how a lot of people have things set up from their ISP or Internet Service Provider email accounts because they don't allow you to do it any other way unless you want to do it through the web in a browser. So I'm going to show you how you can set it up so that no matter what you do, your emails are all the same on every device you go to. So if you start a draft on one device and then you decide you're going to finish it later, you can go to a different device and finish the email. Same time, you can send emails from one device and it'll end up showing the same on the other device in the sent folder. So once you do this, you don't have to worry about your emails getting out of sync. So the first thing we need to do is set up a Google account. If you don't already have one, just go to google.com and then you can go up here where it says sign in, and then within here you can sign up. So you'll see down here add an account. If you already have accounts, it'll show your account or accounts up above here. So get that set up first. You need a Google account, and then within Google we are going to use Gmail. Now, you don't have to actually use your Gmail account if you don't want to. The Gmail account is only going to be used as a transport. In other words, it's going to pick up your email from your other accounts and it'll be used to send emails. So another good thing about doing it this way is that if you take your laptop, for instance, to a different jurisdiction, your email will still be sent if you use an email client. Now, if you use your internet service provider's email address and you use an email client like Outlook or something like that, it's not going to work if you set it up the way your internet service provider told you if you are on the road and away from your own internet service provider. And that's because you have to be signed into that provider for your emails to be sent. You'll still be able to receive them, but you can't send anything. Whereas if you use Gmail's email transport, it'll work anywhere worldwide. So there's another advantage to it. Okay, so this is why we're setting up a Gmail account. And you can use your Gmail address or not. It's just as easy to use it and attach your other emails in here, but you don't have to. Okay, so once you've signed up and you've signed into your Gmail the first time, you want to go over to settings. And then you want to go, this is gear over here, and then you want to go down to settings here. Okay, and the first thing we're going to do is we are going to go over to where it says inbox here, and we're just going to turn off the social and promotion inboxes. These just make things a little more confusing when you have these in here. You end up with 3 inboxes. We don't need that. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Okay, so just roll down to the bottom here and save the changes. Okay, now the next thing you want to do is go over to accounts inbox. And this is where we're going to set it up so that it retrieves our other email accounts. So you see here that we have our main account, but we can add another email address of our own here. Now this is for Gmail email addresses. So we have another Gmail, we can add it here. The other thing you can do is check your mail from your POP3 accounts. And this is going to be the type of account you'll get for your internet service provider. Okay, so let's go ahead and add one here. So you open this up. Let's bring this down here. And then what you want to do is put your email address in here. So this may be from your ISP, or if you have your own server and you have your own email addresses on your server, then you can bring them in this way as well. Once you have your email in there, click Next Step. Now you're going to need to put the password in here for your email account. Okay, now next you're going to need to put in the POP server and the port. Now you'll be able to get this from your internet service provider or from your server that you're getting the email information from. Okay, now once you have that set up, the defaults may be correct, but you need to check anyway. Whether you want to leave a copy on your server, you shouldn't do that. One of the reasons we're doing this is to bring everything onto one server. Also, you'll never fill up your server's email or your ISP's email, as they only give you a certain amount of disk space, whereas you'll get 15 gigabytes of combined disk space with your Gmail account or with your Google account. So you'll never run out of space this way, and all your email resides in one spot. So if you want to sign into your Gmail account on a web browser from anywhere, all your email is going to be in there. Okay, now next we're going to click this where it's going to label it. So it'll make a label that is the same as your email address that you're bringing in, and that's where your email will end up. And you can skip the inbox if you want, and it'll go right past the inbox and it'll put it in this filter. I am not going to do that. So now I click Add an Account. Okay, and now you'll see that it has brought it in here and it started retrieving the email, and it is now, as you'll see on this side, if I click on this, it'll bring in all the email that it's retrieved from that account. Okay, so we have everything in here now. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is go over here to forwarding and POP/IMAP. And then what you want to do is enable IMAP. And then go down here and we need to save the changes. Now you're allowed to bring in up to 5 of these. So if you have up to 5 email accounts, you can bring them into one Gmail account. If you have more than that, then you can set up 2 Gmail accounts and you can bring in up to 10 email accounts and so on. So you'll have to set up a Gmail account for every 5 email accounts that you have. Now, many people don't have that many, and some people have a lot more. Now, if you do it that way, you're going to want to set up an email client on your desktop, and you may want to do it even if you have one email account. So in the next video, we're going to go over setting up an email client.